guys, today I want to go over and review this guy right here. This is the newer M&P 2.0 Compact Optics Ready Edition. And we're just going to talk about what makes it different from the 1.0s and also kind of what makes it more special compared to other M&Ps. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so for those that are unfamiliar with the M&P 2.0 series of pistols, they are basically a vast upgrade over the original 1.0s. And one of the biggest changes is the trigger. So the trigger itself is the same design, kind of the two-part hinged trigger system, but it's much smoother and a little bit lighter than the original 1.0s. The original M&Ps, or 1.0 if you want to call it that, it felt really gritty, almost as if there was like kind of sand built up in the trigger. It just didn't feel very smooth. Like I said, it was a bit heavier. This one feels way better. It feels brake, auto reset right there. Yeah, it feels way smoother. It feels way better, honestly. Now the 1.0s, like I said, they weren't very good. I actually replaced my original 1.0 with the Apex Flatty. This trigger is amazing. It's way better, and it's extremely smooth. Probably one of the best triggers I've ever felt in my life. But that does not mean that the 2.0 is not good. This is a really good trigger. Huge upgrade. Will I swap it out for an Apex someday? Maybe. Do I need to? Not necessarily, no. This is still a huge upgrade over the initial. Next, what is another upgrade? So the 1.0s did not have this aggressive grip texture on the pistol grip area. And this is almost like sandpaper. It feels really good. And with that being said, you're not going to have any grip slippage. Let's say if your hands are sweaty or if it's raining outside, this is going to help that much more to maintain that pistol grip. It feels really good. A little tip for you: if you plan on concealed carrying this thing or any other 2.0 pistol that has this kind of grip texture, if you're carrying it and you don't have an undershirt, you might have this kind of rub your skin raw if you're constantly drawing and practicing dry firing, whatever, because it is pretty aggressive. So one tip you could do is get some fine grit sandpaper and then just kind of sand this side down. You don't need to sand this side down unless you're left-handed, then yeah, you would. If you're right-handed, you just got to sand this part down until it feels a little bit smoother to you, and then you won't be getting that issue with kind of grating your skin every time you draw. I did that with my M&P Shield. It worked fine. Okay, so moving on. Other things that make that 2.0 better than the 1.0 is it just feels better overall. Like almost everything about it, every function, every action just feels crisper and higher quality and more responsive too. For example, even the magazine release, like it just shoots that guy out so easily. You know, it feels good, it's responsive, and it shoots it out really well. With the 1.0, it's not as fast, and it might even get stuck sometimes. It just doesn't feel as responsive. When pushing the button, when it's coming out, it's a little bit slower, and it doesn't feel as good with that spring tension, you know. This one just shoots out like nothing. Okay. Also another thing, so this takedown lever right here to get to the different kind of palm swells. For the 2.0, it's super easy to manipulate. It's like extremely easy. There's like no pressure I have to really do. It's easy to take it out, and then you can just pull it out, and you're good to go. And then you can swap out the palm swell for 3 different sizes. So this one's like the smaller one, I think. There's larger ones that come in the box, and depending if you have bigger hands, you can put the bigger one on there, and then you're good to go. Whereas with the 1.0, this takedown lever is much more stiff. At least mine is. It's extremely tight. I have to push super hard just to turn that thing. It's like insanely tight, and it's even harder to pull out. I'm not even going to try right now because I don't want to embarrass myself. But I can get it out. It's just way more difficult. I don't know why. It's insanely tight. Whereas a 2.0, it is extremely simple. Just twist it and pull it out. Another thing too is the 2.0 has a wider slide catch slide release. I don't know if you can see that very well, but ambidextrous. It's a lot wider and more responsive. It's way easier to manipulate. Whereas the 1.0s are a bit thinner, more flush with the frame, and they're I don't like them that much. I mean, you can still manipulate it, but the 2.0s are definitely an improvement. Then moving on, so one thing that really makes this M&P 2.0 unique is it comes with these guys right here, these fish scale slide cutouts. And not only do they look cooler, I think they look way better. They make this pistol look really nice. Is it gives you more grip if you want to manipulate the front of the slide. Maybe you're doing some dry fire exercises at home, dry fire stuff or trigger work. It's really easy to do that. Now you don't have to do it. If you want to do the slingshot technique or just pull the back of it, you can do that, but I prefer the front when I'm doing dry fire stuff. And you can do that with the original M&P. Well, you can, but I'm just holding here, I can feel my fingers are starting to slip. Whereas with this extra grippage of the slide cuts, it's not slipping at all. It feels super, super secure. Okay. Let's see, moving on. We've also got these guys right here that come with the compact. So these are little like magazine sleeves that if you want to have more capacity, you can take a 17 round magazine. Where is it at? I'm blind. Okay, 17 round magazine, and you put one of these sleeves on there, like so, and then it's flush fitting to your compact. So now you got 17 plus 1, 18 rounds in this compact pistol, which is awesome. So it's a cool option to have if you want that. Otherwise, it comes with two standard capacity 15 round magazines, 15 plus 1. So you have those options. One of the best things about this pistol is it's optics ready. You know, you don't have to mill your slide or anything fancy like that. It's optics ready. You take the screws out, take the plate off, get the footprint you need, screw it down, and you're good to go. And it's also got suppressor height iron sights. That way you can still co-witness through the optic if you want to. So you can see your irons well through the optic. Now don't try to sight your optic to the iron sights though. Don't try to do that. Just sight your optic how it's supposed to be set, whether if you want it at closer ranges or whatever, but don't try to make them perfectly sighted with the irons. That's not how you're supposed to do that. And then yesterday I put between me and my buddy, we put about 150 rounds through this guy, and it was really fun to shoot, really, really good. I had no issues shooting rounds down range. Only thing I should have done is probably brought some more lube with me because it was getting pretty dry. I didn't lube it prior. I literally brought it from factory to the range just to see how it would do. It was pretty dry. Kind of a rookie mistake. Definitely bring some lube to the range with you. That's a pro tip. But yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so some closing thoughts. I think this pistol is awesome. It's probably one of my favorites right now. Huge upgrade over the original 1.0s. This one's optics ready, which is awesome. You can put whatever kind of optic you want on here for the most part. And this one in particular is an amazing optic. Check out this review for this one if you haven't seen it. And yeah, this thing MSRP is around $650, okay? I got this for a really good deal. I got it for, I think, $490. I got that with a discount code from this website. It's not available right now. However, you can still find this pistol for around $540-ish, $550 online from certain retailers. So you can still get this for a pretty good price. Definitely I would not pay full MSRP for this thing unless you had no other choice, because usually you can find this thing for below MSRP price. But that's all I got, guys, today. Hope you guys learned something. Hope this was helpful. Please feel free to comment below what you guys think about this pistol, and stay safe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.